In the heart of California, a new bill has started a serious debate among Indian Americans. It's called SB 509, and at first glance, it might seem like it's just another bill for protecting people in the US from being harassed by foreign government. But the real story is much more complicated and it's causing tension between pro Khalistani groups and larger Indian diaspora, including many Hindus and even Sikhs who are worried that they might be unfairly targeted. So, what is this bill all about? Let's talk about that. California Senator Anna introduced SB 509 to help train police officers to recognize something called transnational repression. It's a term used by the FBI to describe when governments from each country try to harass, spy on, or silence people living in the US, often using things like online threats, digital surveillance, or intimidation. The idea is that law enforcement should be better prepared to protect immigrants, activists, and people who speak out against foreign regimes. The bill doesn't mention any country by name, by the way, but its timing and people supporting it has made Indian Americans really nervous. The main questions are why now and why is it so controversial? Well, the bill started gaining a lot of attention around the same time when two major international events happened. One in Canada, where ex Prime Minister Justin Trudeau accused the Indian government of being involved in the murder of a known Khalistani separatist, Hardeep Singh Nijjar. Two, in the United States. The Justice Department accused a man believed to be working with Indian officials of plotting to kill another Khalistani figure, Gurpatwant Singh Panan, in New York. Both men were connected to a Khalistan movement, that is a separatist group that wants to create an independent Sikh state outside India. Let me tell you that India considers this particular group extremist and in many cases linked to violence. Some politicians, including California Assembly member Jasmeet Bains, the first Sikh American woman in the state assembly, used these cases to kind of support the bill. In fact, her office even released a document last year listing these two cases as just an example of transnational repression. So, even if the bill doesn't name India, many in the Indian American community feel that it points in that particular direction. For many Indian Americans, specifically Hindus and modern Sikhs, this particular bill feels like it could be used against them unfairly. Groups like the Hindu American Foundation and Coalition of Hindus of North America say that this particular bill could lead to local police officers being trained to view Indians as suspicious just because they speak out against Khalistani violence or terrorism. They feel that simply supporting India or calling out extremist activity could get them labeled as agents of the Indian government. Sameer Kalra from the Hindu American Foundation argued that this bill doesn't have enough clear rules. He warned that it could treat regular citizens who are just using free speech just to oppose hate or separatism as if they are part of a foreign government's plan. Others said that there's no strong evidence that this type of foreign harassment is happening in California, specifically not from India. But yes, not everybody agrees with the opposition. Some civil rights lawyers like J.P. Deol from the Bay Area support the bill. They believe that it could protect many different immigrant communities, not just Sikh or any Indian, from foreign threats. They all said that while this bill gained attention because of India-Khalistan issue, its goal is much broader. He added that if it was only focused on India, then he himself would not support it. As of now, the bill has already moved past its first stage in the California Senate and will now be reviewed by the committee later this particular month. If it passes, the state's Office of Emergency Services will create a training program for the police by July 2026. Officers would then be trained to spot signs of transnational repression, including digital harassment, cyber stalking, and physical threat aimed at people who are living in the US. Also, this isn't just about any one law in one US state. It's about how Indian migrants, and specifically Hindus and Sikhs, are being perceived in a broader conversation about global politics, extremism, and freedom of speech. Many believe that they are being caught in the crossfire between separatist movement and foreign policy debates that have nothing to do with. They worry that this particular bill, if not carefully written, could create fear and suspicion around Indian American communities that are peacefully patriotic and proud of both their Indian heritage and American life. As the debate continues, one thing is clear: laws meant to protect must also be careful not to divide. The goal should be safety for all without turning neighbors into suspects.